Good morning, guys. The final parts of the Fiat 500 for 500 Can It Be Done has been uploaded Monday just gone. So if you haven't already seen it, there's 3 parts of this series. It's in me other videos over on YouTube, which you're probably already watching this now, aren't you? Now, thanks for the subscribers to the date so far. It's appreciated, the comments, the sharing, everything that you're doing. I really do appreciate that, because without you, there's no reason to do it. Now, we're going to introduce you to the next car we've got on the challenge. And what we plan to do with this one today is run it up, diagnose it, cost what it's going to cost to repair, because not every car's worth saving from the scrapyard. And in my opinion, this one's touch and go whether we should be saving it or not. I'm leaning towards the yes, we will be saving it, but it all depends on part price for this one, to be honest with you, because this could get a little bit pricey. Its MOT ran out a year ago, and it's literally just sat there for a year. The council put a sticker on the screen, and the previous owner ended up calling in my man from the scrapyard. He's picked it up, got me straight on the phone, and says, "You interested in this one?" So yeah, I had it. I've got a little video of it being delivered here. As you can see, the guy's a top guy. This is who he is. Let's turn the camera around and we'll introduce you to the next car, and we'll start going through what it needs, write a little list, and then we'll go and price it on. All right, guys, see you in the next frame. And this is it. This is my 2013 Fiat 500L 1.6 multi-jet diesel. Now, this has done 150,000 miles. It's had 4 owners, and it was abandoned 12 months ago when the MOT ran out. I've already gone through the car, and from what I can see, just a quick inspection and a quick code read. We'll go through that in a second, and after that we'll take the camera around and show you the condition of the car, because it looks terrible, but I believe it's going to come like a new penny, this one. So this is what I found so far. Right, first and foremost, it's going to need a clean from top to bottom, because it's an absolute mess. It's literally just sat there. All this corrosion from the aluminium behind this, so it should all polish off. You can see it's rubbing off all my fingers. The bodywork, I don't really see any damage in it, other than just needed a good clean. Now, the interior is a different story. It's an absolute joke inside, but we'll go in there in a minute. It also needs a driver's side door actuator, because it will not lock and unlock off the key. The electronics on that door seem to be dead. It could be the actuator, it could be the wiring harness that goes through the door. I don't know. We'll check that on camera and diagnose it a bit more. It's going to need discs and pads all round, because it's not been used and it's just sat there, which is a bit of a shame, because it looks like it had pretty much new discs and pads anyway before it got abandoned. We do have we have the wrong battery on this, which is preventing the stop start from working. It's been disabled by the ECU because the battery's not at 80. It's not 80% power or above. It's actually, I think it's about 72. So the stop start works because you can turn it on and off. I'm getting a full code for it. It's just disabled because of the battery level. So we need a new battery for this. It'll obviously need a new MOT. Now, the rear boot lock's dead on this as well. They're quite expensive. If it's the little switch, they're like 80 quid for the switch, which is out of this world for a bit of plastic and a micro switch. Or it could be, again, the wires coming out the rubber, because they flex and they break. It could be that. Either way, we'll try and fix the switch. Again, I'm going to be giving it a full service. So that's in. Now, I've code read it, and it's coming up with heated blood faults. We'll go into that further shortly. It's got, coming up on the dash, a stop light and daylight running lights. They're going to be bulbs. I've already looked underneath. Yeah, the bulb's gone. So, as I've already said, this is a Fiat 500L 1.6 multi-jet diesel, and I believe this is going to be worth saving, because it's only £35 a year road tax. I've not really checked the service history on this one yet. I'll go through the paperwork in a minute. We'll go to the fault codes. I'll put a picture up on screen and not somewhere. The fault codes I'm getting is P0674 glow plug open circuit. Now that's on cylinder 4. that's more than likely going to be a dead heater plug. I'll show you how to test for that, and I'll also just change the full set. The full set, it's cheap enough to do it, so I might as well do it all. Now these are the two main fault codes why this car was abandoned. I'm getting P1206 DPF first clogging level exceeded. Now I believe this car was used as a shopping cart, so it could never really go into regen because it wasn't used enough. And when I say go into regen, these modern diesels, you have to have them above 1/4 of a ton. You have to have it to running temperature. You have to have it above 50 mile an hour at a constant speed. Motorway driving, so 70, and that will put it into what's called a regeneration. And what it does is the car, but this one hasn't got AdBlue or anything, so this car will run hotter by putting a little bit more fuel into the combustion chamber, so it can burn the soot out and the clogging in the DPF. So this car can't have been on many long runs, so I don't think it would have gone into its DPF regens. Now the next code I've got is the P2002 DPF efficiency below threshold, second level blocked, regen locked out. So this car will not regen its DPF. There's companies out there that say, yeah, we can just put this on here and we'll clean it. I don't like the sound of that. I don't think they work. So I'm planning on doing an off-car DPF clean on this. Not personally. I'm going to take the DPF off and take it to a company, which I'm in the middle of talking with at the moment, to see if we can do a collaboration video showing us restoring the original DPF off this car, because if it was to replace it for an aftermarket, they're very expensive and I don't rate them either. Whereas the option we're going to be going, it's going to restore its original DPF back to factory spec, and we should have some flow test paperwork for before and after, but that'll be for a later video because I'm still talking to companies that can do this for me. So that's what we found on this car so far. And yeah, it does look worse for wear, but I also think that it's going to be well worth repairing. So let's take the camera off now and I'll give you a walk around and show you what this car's like. As you can see, it's just filthy. I mean, the alloy wheel looks okay on this side, but you can see the disc and pad behind. You can see the disc and pad was new at some point, but it's just too much rust on it now. And yeah, it might clean up, but I'm just not bothered with it. I'd rather just change them. Now, again, this bracket here has got an aluminium behind, so this is the corrosion coming out from the aluminium, so this should polish off the door. I mean, there's no real dents or scratch that I can see here. Again, with the rear discs and pads, they look, if you look at the pair, no, these are shot, these ones are completely, so they're well worth changing. The rear, the alloy wheel's okay, tyres a bit down, but again, it's been sat for a year. So this is a spider web. Don't actually see any bodywork damage on this car, but this is the switch I was on about. These switches there, absolutely nothing, and I'll show you how to get that open with a screwdriver shortly. But again, now this wheel's the worst wheel. This has been binding and grinding, and you can see all this brown stuff here is actually metal on metal adhering to the wheel, and it's rusted, so that's why it's gone like that. So I shall be taking that down to Pierre to see if he can sort this out. But again, the bodywork looks really good on this. Same on this side, which we'll polish that out. This wheel looks good as well. Again, it's a shame the discs and pads are no good. So let's put you back on the stand and we'll show you under the bonnet. I don't see any serious leaks, or in fact no leaks altogether. No leaks really at all. The coolant level is right and tight. It looks in very good condition. Where's the dipstick? Oh, behind the camera. No. Right, here's the dipstick. Now, this is a diesel, of course. So the oil is always black. And it's low on oil, this one is. But that don't make any difference because we're going to be doing a full service anyway. Also, I think these come down to the DPF. So these pipes are going to have to be checked. I'm sure they go to the DPF actually. Yeah, they go onto some metal pipes that come round and down to the DPF. So those are going to have to be taken off and be cleaned out to make sure the blockage isn't there. We are going to check the turbo for play to make sure that the choking down the DPF hasn't caused any trouble for the turbo oil seals. So we'll be checking that as well. We will be giving this car a clean out, engine bay as well. Now let's go into the interior. And here we go. This car is filthy. There's mold growing over the seats, over the dash. Right, now get into the boot of this. Right, put the seat down and look, this converts into a van. Obviously I've set that light up. I don't know if you can see, but just there is an emergency boot lock. Push it to the left to open it. So that's now open. And we can push the boot open. We'll go out to the other side. If you're going to look, it's just there. Now, it's filthy. The wires I was talking about, they tend to snap in these. So we will be checking the state of the wires in here, because the fault with the boot lock is either going to be with this micro switch, which cost £80 to replace second hand, or it's going to be power from these. That's what we've got to be checking. So that's that fault. So now we're going to give it a start. I'll set the other camera up the arse end of the car so you can have a look at the smoking issue. Right, I'm just trying not to let you see the other car that I've got over there. Hopefully you can see the dash work and see what happens. So turn the key on. It's recognising the boot's open, so I think it might be a switch. The stop start is unavailable. I've explained that already. Now we've got check glow plugs flashing, glow plug lights flashing, check engine lights on, check stop lights, and check daytime running. They're going to be bulbs. So the car pretty much tells me everything that's going on at the moment, which is quite good. It doesn't tell me about the DPF yet because I cleared those codes. So let's get it into DPF, trying to regen. The battery's not. I'm going to go get my jump pack. I got myself a Start Your Bastard 1000 because I can't afford the 9000. We'll upgrade this in due course. So that's that on. Let's start it. Start pretty much straight away. Now, put the engine off straight away, check engine. Now I've read the codes. I know that's there for the DPF. And the engine sounds pretty good. Have a look at the back. It's not really smoky just yet, but it will do. You see, the engine sounds good and healthy. It starts on the button, there's no rattle, there's no nothing really. I don't know whether this is timing chain or timing belt. I'll have to look at it. But it sounds pretty good. But this is what I mean by the door lock faults. Keep it nice and quiet. Press the lock button. And the car should be locked. That door locks. It's the door lock on the other side, past the side there, fine. But when you come to the driving door, it won't lock. So Perfect, just opens the car. So, I've got some sort of power because it's recognising that, that the door's being opened, which is then unloading the rest of the car. So I do believe it's the actuator in the door. So I don't think it's going to be the wiring. I do think it's going to be the actuator. If you do it manually, lock it manually, the car locks. Press it to unlock. One unlock, but the rest of the car does. So I believe that this has a faulty actuator inside here, so we'll be addressing that. Right, we've got a plan of action. This is the new car for the channel. For today, I'm going to attempt to give it a good clean out from front to back to see if I can make it look better than what it is. It's just going to be a time lapse for you for that. So we'll whisk through, and then I'm going to get some parts ordered as well. Yeah, I'm going to get the parts ordered and get the DPF off. I'll record that bit so we can get this ready to get this professionally cleaned. So right, time lapse for you. A couple of hours hard work for me. Let's crack on with it. Right, that's the outside cleaned up a little bit. It's come up quite nice actually. I've still got to polish her out and get these stains off the doors here. And now this aluminium one behind here is corroded and run down. And then we'll get onto the inside. I'm not going to do anything with the wheels because I haven't got the chemicals to clean them off. Once this car's done, I'll take it down here and have a proper good clean on this. So yeah, I have to go and get some more bits and pieces now to clean the inside. And there we go. It took me all day to clean it, but it's clearly worth saving this car. I've ordered the parts, fingers crossed they come this week. Now it's to show a few marks of stone chip here. Door dents there where someone's been banging the door against it because they're just obviously they were scrapping it. there's no more mold inside, and it no longer smells like a wet dog covered in horse shit. Yeah, so now we'll take you off. I'll take the camera off the stand and I'll take you around so you can have a good look at the car. Let's go out the boot first, because the boot lock's knackered, remember? Right now, I'm not no detailer by any means. I absolutely hate cleaning cars. I'd rather pay someone. But I needed to get some content ready for this week. So I've done it. So I'll get you off the camera stand now and we'll have a walk around it. Well, as you can see, it's come up quite good. Engine bay's nice and clean. It's looking good. And this, obviously, this wheel is coming up. I have to keep putting chemicals into it. I will get it all clear. And the boot, again, like I said, I'm no detailer, but it's far better than what it was. Before we did the inside, we'll do the rest of the body. This side's good. We've revealed this stone chip. We might address, I don't know. And these, from where someone's been banging the door against it because they were scrapping it. So now let's get into the interior. Now the inside of this car was absolutely plastered in mould. It's absolutely stank. But it's come up really impressive, if I do say so myself. It's not perfect by any means. A proper detailer would have this looking spanking, but I'm just not. I hate cleaning cars. So did the person who used to own this. So it was definitely well worth saving this one. Well, I've done a quick test of the equipment here, see if this works. My polish is old, to be honest with you, so I'm gonna have to go and get some more. But a quick go on this, took it off, no problem. So I'm going to show you now how easy it is to get this off. Just give it a quick clean, and then I'll polish the whole car, to be honest with you. Right, let's get it. Now, this is my polisher. I've had this for years. As you can see, it's proper battered. So we just soak the head down. The polish is old and manky as well. That's what I've got at the moment. Wet the panel. Put some polish on. Probably too much, we'll let it soak in. So I've wet the panel, I've wet the sponge, so now I've got the polish on as well. I'm just going to take it on slow speed and take this off. Clean cloth and just give it a wipe down. Get all the spatters off. If you let that dry, it's an absolute nightmare to get off the polish. But obviously I've got to do a bit more there. I might take this off to get in closer. And there you go, piece of piss. So I'll take this off later and get this done closer up to it. But this car's going to polish up lovely to a mirror shine. I've got to go and get some more polish now. So yeah, that's how easy it is. Let's get it. Right, now we know that the this polish is off okay and all the bodywork's going to come up good. We'll just leave that for its final finish, its final clean down when we've done the repairs. But for now, we're going to investigate whether it's the actuator in the door or the cables leading to it is what our fault is, why it's not remote locking and unlocking off this key. So I'm going to bring the camera in now and we'll check first off the door strap because that's usually where the fault is. I'm not saying it's going to be, but that's usually where the fault is. This is the connector I'm on about. I can't really get a good camera angle, so I'm just going to show you how to disconnect it. You just lift this tab up, like so, and it just pulls off. And then we'll take this rubber off and pull it back as best we can and see if we can find a broken wire in this. This is the most common issue with these, is a cable snapping from the door moving. And I can already tell, here's the problem. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 broken wires here. And this is what's going to be the problem. It's going to be a nightmare to fix this. I'll see if I can pull this through on the inside and strip this rubber off so we can repair it. As you can see there, don't be tempted to cut that boot. Do what I've done there is take the panel off and pull it back through into the car to give you plenty of room to repair this. As you can see, we found 4 broken wires. So now I'm going to get some connectors out and we'll crimp these wires back together and feed it back through and see if this has repaired our problem with the door. Right, it's all back together and it's unlocked at the moment. So now, lock the car. Now unlock the car. That problem fixed. Right, that will probably fail again at some point. You can solder them through, but they will snap. And it's a real pain in the arse to solder them because the wires are short. You could do the through crimps like what we've just done. They will break. They might last 6 months, they might last a couple of years, but ultimately you know what the fault is, and when it happens again, you know how to fix it. So for me, rather than change the wiring room, which is dash out, I just do that little temporary repair until it fails again and just keep doing it, as long as you own the car, to be honest with you. Right, we're going to test the heater plugs now. We know number 4 is gone, and I've just opened that up and just cracked that one. So to test with the multimeter, and then we'll put it on the battery and show it dead. Take them out, don't just whip them out. With these plugs, you loosen it, tighten it, loosen it, tighten it, because if you don't, you just bind them and then they snap. If you haven't got a multimeter or low leads for the battery to show these working, you can swap these 2 around, put 4 into 3 or any of the others, and the other one back into 4 and code read it again, and you all move from 4 to the other cylinder. So right now, I'll get the multimeter and I'll show you what I'm doing. Right now, so to test these with the multimeter, you put your meter onto ohms, straight ohms. Right, so we're on low. The range that these operate in, you're going to be looking for anywhere between 0.2 and 0.8 of an ohm. Anything lower than that is no good. Negative on the body, positive on the head. 0.4, so that's within range. That's between 0.2 and 0.8, so that one's a good one. Now the dead one that we took out, number 4, we're getting no reading at all. So this has a dead core, so we know this is faulty. Now you can obviously do this on the car as well. Put your black on the body of the engine and put your red. That's it, I'm getting 0.5 on that one. We'll go to the final one. On the body, on the connector head. So we're getting 0.4 on this one. So we've got 4, 5, 5, 4, 5 and 4, and dead. But on this engine, you could also just take these two leads, swap them over, put them back on the plugs before we take them out, and then it will switch from 4 to 3 on the code reader, so you know. So we know this is a dead plug. And now what we'll do is I'll get the my jump pack, and I'll show you a surefire way to test these plugs to show that they're not working. Now this isn't a good way to do this, but it shows you visually. So I'll click the neutral on, like so. Clip on the positive. Yeah. Then we're going to do this for a split second. So we'll touch my neutral onto it and it should glow up. And this was the working one. So you can see that plug's working. Alright. That's exactly what it should do. So put that one. I'm going to put it back in the engine because I don't want any moisture getting in until the parts arrive, which are not due till Saturday. We will repeat that test. Neutral, positive, onto the battery, and nothing happens. We have a dead core. So that's confirmed that number 4 is knackered. Just to make sure. No, that one's scrap. So we definitely know for sure that this core plug is knackered. I'm going to put it back in just so we don't let any moisture in the engine whilst we're waiting for the parts to arrive. Right, we're onto the boot lock now. Off camera, I've already checked behind these rubbers. The cables are fine. So I've stripped the cowling off the back of this to see if we can find the fault. To be fair, it's quite obvious what the fault is. I'll bring the camera in now and show you what we're doing. Okay, our problem is the connector to the actual actuator is corroded. So we're going to take the actuator off the back of the car now and have a go at cleaning it. Pretty simple to take off. It's 2 10mm and away it comes. Right, you can see inside there it's quite badly corroded, so we're going to have a go at cleaning that down now, and I'll see if I can power it off the car to see if I can get it to work. But now it's off the car, there's the little thing you push over. So we'll close this. Once we close that pin there, that pops back over and it's in the lock position. So that's your emergency release. We may have to replace this. I'm not sure. So let's give it a clean and see if we can get connection back. Now I'm using the brass brush, so I'm trying to scrape it off because this stuff sticks like shit to my blankets. And WD-40 is not conductive, so I need to clean that out as well before we test it. Hopefully this will work. We'll close this off. So that's in the lock position now. We'll plug it back in. Test the key. No, nothing off the key. No. I think that's knackered. Let's put this and see if we get any voltage from this. Electronics is not my strong point, to be honest with you. Unless it's an obvious split wire. I don't really know what I'm doing with wiring. Right, okay, we've got voltage coming in. So we've got power and ground at the switch. So the wiring on the car's fine. It's got to be that's knackered. Okay, it has to be this that's knackered. I'm getting power and ground up here. All my wiring seems to be fine. So yeah, I'm edging this is fine. The switch is working. I've tested the switch. It open closes the circuit, no problem. So I'm edging my bets on this. Now this brings us to the end of this week's video. I hope you enjoyed what we've done so far. So for a quick recap, we've diagnosed and repaired the driver's side door. I think I've diagnosed the fault on the tailgate. Don't know yet. I've had to order a new latch. We won't know until that arrives. We've got plenty of other parts on their way. They're due tomorrow. It's now Friday. So hopefully I'll have them Saturday. So all that's left for me to do now is to take all this footage, take it inside and start editing the video and set it up ready to go live on Sunday. So by the time you see this video, I should have received some parts and be into the next episode. I'm going to try and do this one in two if I can. So the plan for next week is to put all this back together, sort out its issues, go and see it's going to do the off-car DPF clean for me and get it in for its MOT ready for sale. So I hope you're enjoying my content. I'm enjoying making it. Needless to say, subscribe, click the little bell, you'll get notifications and you won't miss any of my uploads. So, alright guys, I'll see you next week when we finish this car. Cheers.
He's actually kind of funny. Is he all there? Like, mentally?
I think so. He's just an odd guy. You know, it's kind of weird.
I mean, should we be worried?
No.
All right.
No.